Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And today in this session we are going to take up some relational algebra queries. So I found this out one of my viewers also asked me as a doubt question, and I also checked on web. This is a very nice assignment put up by many foreign universities as well. So here I am to discuss these questions. And also it was very long, it has been very long since I've put any video on relational algebra queries, and short after this I'm also going to post something about tuple relational calculus and also some new recent SQL queries. Let's see what the queries are, how we solve them. Yeah, so here we've been given some tables. So basically there are four tables here. If I'll just number them up. First one is the airport table, then is flight table, ticket table, and passenger table. Okay. So the first one is airport, wherein the primary key is airport ID. So it contains the details of various airports. Flight, as you can see from the name itself, it contains details of various flights. Ticket, details of tickets. Passenger, details of passengers. Okay. So very simple, as in the same format as we get the questions in GATE. Let's see what the queries are. So the first query is retrieve all the information about the airports in UK. Okay. So you need to find out the information about all the airports which are there in UK. And what is that information? So the information which we need to give is airport ID, airport name, and city. So a very important thing is what kind of query this is now. First of all, you need to see. So it is saying all information about the airports in UK. When it says this part, airport in UK, this is basically a constraint, okay, in one of the countries. So this is basically showing us that this is kind of a selection which we come from this selection operator, which will solve from this selection operator. Then when it is saying that it needs this information, right? Now here comes the role of projection. After you have selected some records, when you need only a subset of its columns, then is the role of projection. So which is this projection operator. So this is a very simple query. What I do over here is I just I just say that select all the tuples, right? All the rows, you should say, all the rows in airport table where country is equals to UK. Okay. And then I say project the airport ID, name and city from here. Okay. Because this is what is required. So this was the first query. Then let's move to the second one. Now it says list all the flights between UK and France with their flight ID, airline, departure airport, arrival airport, departure time and duration. Now we'll see which are the tables which we'll be requiring in order to solve this query. So over here in flight, I do get flight ID, airline, but I get departure airport ID only. I don't get its name, and I need departure airport name, right? Because when it says departure airport, to me it means departure airport name, not only the ID. So that means I'll also be needing this airport table because it contains the airport name. And from the airport ID, I can basically link both these. I can basically link this and this to get the departure airport name. And similarly, I can link this and this, the airport ID and the arrival airport ID, to get the arrival airport name. So this is what I'll be requiring over here. So basically, what I'll be doing over here is I'll be joining the flight table and the airport table. Okay. So now that means, and also see, another important thing over here is that they also needs the flights only between UK and France. That means either they'll be departing, no, that means there'll be two cases. That the flight, if departing from UK, will be reaching France, and vice versa, that when departing from France it will be only reaching UK. So we do not require the flights which are departing from UK and traveling to any other country except France. So in order to, remove all those cases, we also have to consider this part, this thing part, and now this makes this query a bit complex. Therefore, what I've done is I've, made the several copies of these tables. So I've made two copies of airport table and I've made two copies of flight table. Now there can be multiple methods, multiple ways of solving this question, but this is how I solve it, how I've solved it. I'm not saying this is the best method, but this is one of the simplest methods according to me. You may also present your method and suggest it in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to see you all solving with different methods and suggesting them to me. Okay, but this is one which how I solved it. So let's see this. So first of all, what I did, I just thought of one case. So I'm also over here, I'm not only sharing my solution, I'm also sharing the way in which I solve the questions. So that in that manner you are able to solve the queries whenever you attempt a gate question or something. Okay. So now how I thought was, I thought of only the first case, that when it is departing from UK and it is going to France. So basically it is arriving at France. So why not just think about the first case first, okay? So what I did over here is, just for a moment you just forget about this and this. Yeah. So what I did over here is I said select the airport A1. Okay, A1 is a copy of airport, right? Over here we made the copies. So select all the airports which are present in country. Okay, one second. I take some other color. Yeah. So which are present in country UK, and then I join it with the flights table F1 so that I can fetch all the flights, right, which are departing from UK. Now how can I say they are departing? That means now I have to put the condition, the join condition should be A1 dot airport ID equals to F1 dot departure airport ID. So now UK, the airport in UK becomes the departure airport. So that means similarly, if I just, put this entire thing with country is equals to France and A1 dot airport ID equals to F1 dot arrival airport ID, I'll get the flights which are arriving at France. Okay. So that is exactly what I did to form the second part of this same query. So over here in this side, you can see that, okay, you can see that this country equals to France, right? If you just see this country equals to France, select all the airports with country equals to France. Just forget about this country equals to UK for now. Yeah. So we were at select all the airports at country equals to France, and then I join it with the flights table and I say A2 dot airport ID equals to F2 dot. So it should be dot over here. Yeah. F2 dot, yeah, F2 dot airport ID, F2 dot arrival airport ID. So now the flights which are having the arrival airport in France are selected over here. Okay, so this flight now, there'll be several flights which are departing from UK and arriving at France, right? So we need all such flights. So what I'll do, I'll join these two things, and now by joining these two things, what I've done, I've put the condition that I want that flight to be the same flight. I want that flight to be the same flight, that the flight basically should depart from depart from UK and arrive at France. Okay, so in order to connect that, what I've done is f1 dot flight id equals to f2 dot flight id. Okay, now another thing which you can add over here but is essentially not required and it becomes a very obvious condition, obvious condition, that is a1.airport.id is not equals to a2.airport.id. Basically, this is over here when you're just considering one condition with UK and France, it is not required. Okay, just skip this for right now. Okay, so now in this manner, what have you actually done? Uh, you have fetched all the flights which are departing from UK and arriving at France, right? Now, similarly, if I need all the flights which are departing from France and arriving at UK, what will I do? I'll just add this yellow part of the query, which is the or condition, that select all the flights, all the airports basically with country equals to France over here, and all the airports with country equals to UK over here, right? And finally this condition that both these airports should not be same, right? So that's all for this query also. And finally what we'll do is we'll fetch all the necessary attributes over here. So in this final step of this query, what we do is we fetch the we project the necessary attributes which are required in the question. So as in the question, it is required the flight ID, airline, then the departure airport name. So what I've done over here is I've said a1.name as departure airport. Now I'm not sure whether as clause over here can be used in a relational algebra. It is used in SQL queries, but I'm not sure about this. So you can please check with this. And then similarly, I have done a2.name as arrival airport. Okay, because this is the arriving airport. We have, placed it with this condition of arrival airport ID. Then f1 dot departure time, f2, f1 dot duration. Now since f1 and f2 flights are same, so we can project the attributes with f1 or with f2. Okay. Now final query, so there are two questions more to discuss over here. So let's discuss in the second part of this video, right? So that's all for this session. I'll be back with with some more questions of some more relational algebra queries. Till then, stay tuned, keep learning. Thank you. Hope you all are safe in the times of COVID and taking the necessary precautions. Also, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of such videos. Don't forget to like and share as much as possible. Also press the bell icon for the notifications of my latest videos. Thank you.